Hello everyone. Today we're going to be speaking about why it's important to hire a real estate agent to sell your home. So everyone has this, so sellers for the most part try to sell their property on their own. And for some apparent reason, they've, up to a certain point, discounted why it's important to hire a real estate agent to help them sell their property. I think that at times it's great because most sellers want to not invest so much money towards paying a commission, thinking that they can recruit the buyer themselves or the borrower, and sometimes that's not actually the case, and that's not true. I think by you not using a real estate agent, you're gonna actually might end up spending more and maybe get into legal issues because of lack of knowledge. Sometimes we try to save here and there and we actually end up losing. And I want to go ahead and talk about this because I feel that this is important. I'm going to give you guys a scenario. So let's say right now a seller decides to sell their home on their own, for sale by owner. We have the property, we list the property. My name is Seller X. I put a sign on the yard, for sale by owner. Or I list it for sale by owner on forsalebyowner.com or on Zillow, any other platform. Then I get a call and a buyer wants to purchase my property. Great. What ends up happening then? Hi, my name is John Doe. I want to buy your property, Mr. Seller X. Okay, great. First thing that they're going to ask for is a contract. Where are you going to get one? So you're a savvy seller. You're going to go on Google. You're going to find a real estate contract. You're going to print it out and try to sell it and try to, fill out the contract. First problem with that is, one, you got to make sure it's a Florida contract. Second, you have to know what you're filling out and what the clauses are. So by the time you go on a 12 to 15 page contract, reading the contract, going over the contract, finding out you're going to spend time, which you don't have because you probably have a full-time job and you don't have time for that. So then you're going to go and contract an attorney. An attorney's going to charge you X amount of dollars to fill out this contract for you. For the most part, they're going to charge you $1,500 to $3,000. Fill out the contract. Fine. They got the contract ready. Now you have to screen the buyer. You have to know if they're pre-qualified, if they verified assets, if they verified income. You have to make sure that the bank that approved them actually looked at those things. So for the most part, most big banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, sometimes they don't verify those things. They trust on their customer, on what the customer tells them over the phone. So you actually don't know if the borrower is actually qualified. That's happened to us millions of times. A friend of mine actually went through that. So then you're at this point, you have a contract, you've paid an attorney around $3,000. Now your buyer doesn't get approved. You gotta start the process over again. That's your first scenario. Second scenario. For sale by owner, you listed on forsalebyowner.com, you get a bunch of phone calls. Many phone calls, everyone's calling you. Now, you get a buyer with a real estate agent. That real estate agent is working for the buyer and buyer's best interest, not yours. So now you're going against, you're you're putting your life investment, because it's probably the biggest investment you've ever done in your life, and you're putting it in the hands of someone who has more knowledge than you, who understands the business, and who's looking after their customer and not you. So at that point, you're at a loss. Third scenario, you list your property on Zillow.com, you list your property on ForSaleByOwner.com, and you're hoping and praying that you sell. Just because you list it on those sites does not mean you're going to sell it. Second, you have to list your property on the multiple listing service. Why do you have to? Because 98% of the realtors have the buyers. So because they have the buyers, that's how you're going to get your property sold. So when we list the property, it goes up and it goes into multiple websites, over 350. So why would you list it on 2 websites versus 350 websites? And the other thing is, you get more exposure. If you get more exposure, you get more customers. You get more opportunity for more customers. Would you prefer to have more customers or less customers? If you have more customers, you're going to be able to become firm on your price. If you have less customers, then you're going to have to bring down your price for the most part, because if they make you an offer for X and no one's calling, no one's coming to see your property, you have nothing to compare it to. So I believe that you're putting yourself at risk to lose money. I believe that was number 3. Number 4, how do you know your property is worth X? Did you get an appraisal done? Did you get a comparative market analysis done? Have you spoken to an agent? Did you speak with an appraiser? If you did not, you're at risk of losing money. So all these things you're doing without knowledge. That's like me saying I'm gonna go build a pool and I've never done it. I know I gotta dig a hole, but now what equipment am I gonna use to dig that hole? What else am I gonna need? I don't know those things. So I'm going in blind, and I think that's a risk for any seller.